G'day everybody, welcome back to Wistful Fields and our playthrough of Enshrouded. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, exciting times, we found both the drums and also the daggers for our bard Val. So I'm hoping we'll just have a chat with her and learn about maybe some new things that will now be available to us for crafting. So let's quickly check that out first, and then I reckon we'll pivot to doing some building and stuff in this episode. Alright, so we've got 3 more quests now: magic arrows, pieces of the past, and songs and laughter. But let's just take a look at the crafting first. So we've got the hand drum, which I don't think this is going to be too difficult to make, actually. Copper bars, charcoal, hardwood, leather. Okay. Look, I don't know if I really want to make it straight away, because I prefer sort of doing the building, but we do need to try and work our way up to getting the harp and getting the lute as well. So we'll probably have all types of musical instruments. And I think the only thing with the musical instruments is just that it adds additional rested buff, right? So let's pick up all of these quests. Once, while near the sunken city, someone shot an arrow at me and pinned my cape to a tree. I went to loosen the arrow, but poof, it vanished into thin air. I can show you where that was. Maybe you'll find something magical, or at least a good story to tell. Alright, fair. So I'm guessing our map is updated now. Pieces of the past. Flameborn. I've been all over the world and I've picked up both trinkets and traditions on my travels. These keepsakes tell a story of a different time. The oldest is this fossil I found. If we had more, we could make a whole collection and showcase it properly. Fossil showcase. 2 medium slots at the carpenter. What? Okay. I just unlocked a recipe. No quest required. Songs and laughter. We could play more music if you found some music sheets. Maybe you'll get lucky and find some while exploring towns and taverns. Oh, okay. Well, speaking of, I've already got the music sheets. Should I bring the music sheets and turn them in, or what's the deal here? Because I did that initially, but there was nothing really for us to do with those music sheets. I guess we just needed to progress some of her other quests first. But let's take a look and see if we can just bring these. And yeah, I'm hoping it's just a matter of, you know, turning them in and then these music sheets can just disappear, hopefully, and then something unlocks, so to speak. That way we have a little bit more storage to work with. Okay. Oh, she can enhance our equipment as well. Interesting. Alright, I don't really see anything that we can do with the music sheets, but let me just take a look at the journal. Eternally piercing. Hidden crafting recipes in the Black Mire. I know that there's... Ah, here we go, music sheets. To play music, you need to know songs. Learn to play songs by finding music sheets scattered throughout towns and taverns. You can find 1 music sheet in the Springlands, 1 in the Revelwood, 2 in Nomad Highlands, and 2 in the Kindle Wastes. Okay, which we haven't really been to just yet. I probably need the flute, but I wonder if I need to have the music sheets on me to play those songs. I can't remember where I've kept my flute now. Since we gave it a go last time. Is it in here, perhaps? Yeah, there it is. So let's just swap that out, and I may also just get rid of the axe here, because I definitely don't need it. I want to keep this in safekeeping, so that we don't accidentally, you know, destroy it. So let's just put it there. We're using the other sword for a little bit. I do need to repair stuff, so we'll do that. But yeah, now that we've got the flutes, I'm just gonna see what happens if we play it. Morning sun. So... ah, here we go. Right click. I see, I see. Very cool. Alright. Well, let's not worry about it for now, though. We do have plenty of songs to play, but I'm sure we've got plenty of time for that later, when we don't have so much building to do. Alright, so I assume it's okay then to continue to stash these away for the time being. Actually, we could test that. Yeah, we can still select all of the different songs. I wonder if we can even delete them, or if that's going to be problematic. If anyone knows, actually, you can let me know in the comments down below. Alright, so I'm just trying to think where I'm going to store some of these things. Blackmire bark, terrain materials, okay. I do want to keep the terrain materials together, so let me just spend a tiny bit of time tidying things up. Bone meal, linen... oh, the hand drum. And I play the hand drum as well. Okay. So I think the idea is that you're supposed to, you know, use some of these things together with other players, and then you can sort of form a little bit of a band, so to speak. So it makes sense. Makes sense. Let's maybe drop these off, and yeah, I think we've got a little bit of linen that we can just drop off down below as well here. And the bones and bone meal. Do we have space in here? Yes we do. I can probably throw that in. And fur patches. Yeah, I have no idea if we really need more, but I'm just going to quickly drop this off at our old base. It'd be good once we don't need to go back to the old base and we can sort of just like store stuff here. I know it's been a long process, guys, to get this far, but a little bit more to go and we should be able to house everyone else. Here's hoping. Yeah, there we go. Looking much better now. And just trying to think if there's anything that we need to do here, but I don't think so. And just going back to what we talked about with Val, I think she was also alluding to us being able to find actual fossil pieces. So that may have appeared in our quest list, or to-do list. So we might be able to find some fossil pieces out there at some point. Right. Let's take what we need here. I'm hoping to be able to complete the chimney today. I think that's all we need, potentially. Oh yeah, and the flintstone blocks as well. Do we need anything else? Maybe not. Okay, so things are looking good on this side. Obviously need to just keep working upwards. And obviously this side as well. The second story is where we need to continue our work. So let's go ahead and do that. Right, guys, I've just had a bit of a thought here, but I wonder if it would be better to push the fireplace in towards the wall a little bit more, or if this is enough. I'm just comparing what we've got on this side. I think we've sort of just made things flush to the wall, and maybe that's not quite right. Maybe it should have been pushed a little bit further in. That could obviously afford us more space in the actual room as well, if we did that, but yeah, that'd be a lot of work though. I think what I'm gonna do this time around, I'm gonna see if we can iterate and improve on our previous build, and to do that, I'm thinking we want to sort of get rid of all of this, and we're probably going to actually push it back by, I would say, at least one tile. And that way the fireplace is actually a little bit deeper into the wall, as it should be, because the chimney is sort of jutting out anyway, right? So that's the idea. So yeah, let's... Oh, I was gonna maybe pick up the brazier, but it is giving us some decent lighting here, so I might leave that. But, yeah, let's see what we can do on this front. It's a bit of extra work. Alright, so going to have to put down the brazier once more, and we all know how tricky that can be, so let me just swap things out for a second here, and again, we're going to have to just make sure that we've got a good sort of landing point. Yeah, so we'll make a little hole there, and we'll go back down, and we'll see if we can fix that up from this side. Okay, let's give this a go. Yeah, it looks good. Doesn't look center though, so I'm just gonna quickly fix that. And I don't want it clipping too much though. But yeah, now that that's in, I'm sort of hoping that we should be able to just add the blocks in to where they need to go. Yeah, good. So looking much nicer, and I'm thinking as a result we should be able to push some of the fried brick back a little bit more. So yeah, something along those lines. And now we should be able to sort of like enclose the fireplace a little bit more. Let's put... I don't think I have the materials here. What am I looking for? Weathered stone blocks. Okay. We'll quickly grab those. I will also have a sleep. Alright, so let's just fix up the floor. Where there's stone blocks. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, I was wondering where that, like, detailing was, and yeah, we've managed to get it back now, so that's good. And yeah, we need to continue the chimney, so let's keep going. Okay, so we're sort of almost there. Obviously it's still half open, and the reason for that is because, well, I need to sort of design something that looks nice to cover this this fireplace, or this fire rather. But before we do that, actually, let's plug up the wall, make sure that that's resolved. Okay, looks good, and now on to a fireplace. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I want this to look exactly, but we're sort of just gonna play around a little bit here and hope to achieve something that looks decent. I don't know, guys. Are we happy with that? We can sort of play around a tiny little bit more. I don't know, I kind of like that, although it might be a good idea just to compare what we've got going in the other house. Not because I want to replicate it, but more so that I want to make it look slightly different. Okay. I think it is looking a little bit different. I like the idea of keeping that slight detailing on the corners here with the fried brick though, so I do want to leave that. I wonder if there's scope to maybe bring this up a little bit and then sort of... I mean, this is eating into the space we've got going in the living room already though, so yeah, maybe that's not such a good idea. I think that looks fine. And then we just need to add more to the chimney itself, so let's actually do that. I think this looks really good, guys. I'm pretty happy with what we've got. Obviously, there's more work to be done down below to make sure that we've got this section sort of covered off. And there's a matter of expanding this area here as well. It's obviously not the same size as the ground floor. I don't know which one I want to work on first. Probably the second floor, to be honest. But one thing that I do want to do is to make sure that we've got a couple of heating sort of options going. One on the second floor here. Well, I mean, us Australians call this the first floor. The second story, let's call it. And yeah, we also need heating for the basement. So I think it might be a good idea for us to firstly start thinking about which heating or which fireplaces we want to get. When I talk about a fireplace, I refer to a bespoke fireplace that we've just made. But yeah, I suppose these are also considered to be fireplaces. Yeah, we definitely don't want the basic stuff, so we want something that's going to give us like really good amount of comfort. So let's have a look. Let's just jump to fireplaces here. Yeah, okay, so we've got 3 options. We're definitely going with a brick fireplace, I would say, for the second story here. So we need 5 bronze bars, which we already have. A bit of fried brick, which is not going to be a problem. Wrong way. So we should have some fried brick sitting around in here. Yeah, we just need like 20 or so, right? So
look what I have to offer.
now the question is, do we want more than one? I think having one of these fireplaces wouldn't look so bad in the basement. But yeah, let's get one of these. What do we need for this? Lumps of clay. Okay. I did go out hunting for a lot of clay, but I think I've used all of the clay at this point to make the half wood blocks, but I think we might have enough. Hopefully. We just need more fried brick. Yep, okay. Easy. Actually, one sec. Oh yes, we've got one just sitting over here. So, you know, I'm just gonna pick this up, to be honest, rather than having to make another one. I'm just going to have a look if there's anything else over here that I do want to pick up as well. I could steal candles and stuff because we're not really coming back here much, are we? Like, especially the attic. Why not? Let's grab these, because at some point we're gonna have to provide even more lighting. And yeah, maybe one of these things to decorate in the entrance area might not be a bad idea, although it is gigantic, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure about the size. But anyway, let's throw all of this in there, and the lumps of clay can go back in here as well. Yeah, okay, so we should have everything we need. Let's go back, and let's see if we can arrange stuff. Like the little sort of heat source that we've got in this home, I'm going to try and encase it in the chimney. So yeah, we've got something that looks pretty decent over here. And I do like this look. We just need to sort of be able to do the same thing. So probably going to be a lot of experimentation. Alright, so first things first though is deciding where this thing is going exactly. And I would say that we want some sort of stone sitting in front of it. Some kind of stone material sitting in front of it. So, just trying to see here. Maybe what we'll do is we'll start by getting our floor back in to maybe roughly around there. And then we'll see if we can get some stone material, and we'll see. We can just do something like that initially. Okay, so the idea is, whoops. The idea is to do that initially, just so that we can then place this down. Oh, this thing is actually pretty big, isn't it? I think it's probably also a good idea to sort of have it slightly sort of inside the chimney, if that makes sense. Similar to what we've just done with the fireplace down below. So maybe what I need to do is to actually remove some of this. So carve that out a little bit. Wonder if snapping might help here. Okay. And perhaps maybe we want a little bit of extra brick over here. Yeah, okay. That looks pretty good. Creates the illusion of the smoke sort of going into the chimney. And I think we should add just a little bit more of the rough stone over here. I mean, this is looking quite nice, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I think I've done a decent job. Do I want another fireplace in the attic? I don't know, maybe that might be overkill. I don't know if there are a lot of people who have fireplaces in their attics. It's not impossible, mind you. Now, do I want to add any more detailing to this side, or do I just want to be content with just having the half-timbered blocks here? Because maybe what I could do is add like some of this stuff, for instance, you know? I think this could look quite nice. Maybe. Yeah, I do like the slight sort of wooden detail. Is that wood? Maybe it's not really wood. It looks like wood in this lighting, but then let's maybe just do that. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I guess the question is, what are we going to have to do down below to make sure it doesn't look too janky? Yeah, so we've got all of that detail there, which we might need to play around with a little bit. That's okay, we can sort of cover all of that up. I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Let's just finish up what we've got going on the second story here. Okay, looking clean, guys. I'm pretty happy with this. Obviously, more stuff to happen up top here. But if the attic is not really going to have like any heat source or anything like that, then this will probably just all be brick. We probably don't even need the rough stone blocks there, but I mean, I don't really need to remove them. They can remain inside. I suppose maybe the next thing we want to do is just to fix up the stuff on top of this fireplace. So, might start with that. Although, it could also probably be a good idea for us to get a little bit more lighting in here. So I'm just going to get rid of the walls here. Just because I do want to just replace that with some window pieces. So we can get some more light during the day. Okay, I mean, look, I don't know if we'll keep the windows, to be honest. I'm just sort of having a think of it now. But maybe we want more space for like shelving and stuff. And maybe it doesn't make as much sense. So yeah. My bad. But that's okay. Let me just plug that up, and I can always remove the center one if we do decide that we need a window there. Trouble is lighting though, so I guess we do have all those candles that we've just picked up, so I think I'll just quickly place some of these down to help with our construction, at least temporarily. Right, so how do we make this look nicer? I think we're going to sit here and just play around with it a little bit. Alright guys, I think that's what I'm going to settle with. I did a lot of experimenting there with including the roof pieces, just to see if we could get like a decent aesthetic going. I am seeing some kind of a difference here between the left and the right side. I've got... yeah, some brick sort of jutting out on this side, and this side is, you know, cleaner with stone. I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. I get the feeling perhaps maybe it might have something to do with our attempt to get a window in, so I might need to fix that in a moment. But let's have a sleep initially though, because yeah, I won't be able to work in all of this darkness anyway. Once we're done with the ground floor, we should move on to the second story. Try and just make sure that that looks fine. I think it actually looks okay as it is, but we'll just take a quick look and just check if there are any finer details that need adjusting. Yeah, okay. we definitely overdid it on this side, I think. Let me take those off, and I think we need to just place more brick in. Strange bit of detailing there. Hang on. Let's try and resolve that. Ah, okay. Got a roof block there. Yeah, roof blocks can be a little tricky. They can almost masquerade as other types of materials if you're not looking at it properly. Okay, that should be fine. So again, let's just address the wall. And let's just double check that we've got everything looking pretty symmetrical on either side. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good here. And yeah, the only thing that I don't like with what we've done so far is just that there's a little bit of fried brick jutting out of the wooden detail that we've got. I don't think we can really avoid that if we're going to keep the fried brick detailing on this fireplace. I'm just looking at what we've got going here. Could argue for, I don't know, maybe, because this doesn't exactly look very clean, does it? Can I add a little bit? I mean, it looks clean, but it looks a little too, I don't know, unnatural. Is there a way we can make it look nicer? Like... I almost feel, guys, that what's needed is for us to actually get rid of some of the stone here. We have the stone in the corners, but I think maybe it's nicer to have the fried brick enclosing this space, and I think that's what's going to make the difference in my mind anyway. That looks much nicer than what we had just before. Or do we do something like that and we wouldn't even need to see any of the stone Though I kind of like the stone detailing that we had before. I think this looks fine. I mean, I could add even more. Like so. We're encasing the fireplace even more. No, I think we'll leave it like this. I like being able to see some of the details a little bit more. But yeah, the flooring now looks a little bit better. Didn't really need the stone, but I'm just going to leave the stone in there. And I just want to re-inspect what we've got down here. Potentially, what we could do... Oh, hang on. That's probably not going to work. Yeah, because that's already... more wood down there. Let's cancel that. Yeah, I think this looks fine. I'm gonna be settling for that look. And I think the second story fireplace looks fine as well. So with that, we could probably move on to what we've got going in the basement. Before we address the fireplace in the basement though, I think the number one thing we need to do is we need to expand. So let's just quickly do that. So we'll light things up a little bit. And yeah, what I want is, well, initially, to remove all of these walls. And then we need to do a little bit of carving. And I think it's probably just like one block that way that we need to carve out. But I would like to be very careful. I don't want to carve out holes that we don't really need to carve out, if that makes sense. Yeah, okay, so, and this is directly below the wall above us, I think. So we should have it carved out correctly. Just gonna double check on that though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's fine. Alright, finally. That took a while, didn't it? I'm going to place down maybe one more candle just to the right side of this area here. And yeah, I think we might be calling it an episode here. When we come back, we're going to address how to fit in the next heater. And it'll be somewhere here, but we're obviously going to have to enclose it once more. Then we're going to have to sort of get the chimney in place in that section as well. So that'll probably be the next episode. In terms of what we'll do aside from that, I'm not entirely sure just yet. It could be that we start working on the roof. Otherwise, yeah, there could also be other things that we might be able to look into. For example, you know, just doing more questing and stuff. The Blackmire still calls us for a few additional things. Various question marks. Yeah, there's actually 3 of them in the area, and it should be relatively easy for us to sort of get around to these places with the spire being so close by to all of them. We can also take down one of our altars there as well. Speaking of altars, I do need to upgrade our altar as well, so I might look into checking on the ingredients and seeing where we can find those ingredients for future episodes and getting ourselves to the Kindle Wastes. But anyway, I am signing out here. Hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Drop me a like if you enjoyed it. Otherwise, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.